North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life. Welcome to North of 49. Today we meet Connie Gibbs, a woman who has gone through two common but always uniquely challenging life transitions, an empty nest and a divorce. As her children truly hit their stride in adulthood, Connie finds herself in the position of reinventing her relationship with her offspring. And after 27 years of marriage, Connie is now back on the dating pool and is figuring out how to sink or swim. On today's show, we talk to a counselor about the changing meaning of the parent-child relationship as we age. And we also talk to dating guru Susan McCord about re-entering the sometimes mysterious dating world north of 49. Connie Gibbs has spent most of her career in the field of education. For the past few years, she has worked at the British Columbia Institute of Technology, or BCIT, in the Financial Aid and Awards Department. And Connie loves her job.
I think it's really important to get an education, and I think that finances are a big barrier, and so I get a lot of satisfaction out of helping students take care of their financial part so they can concentrate on their studies.
Connie believes so much in the importance of studies that, in addition to working, she has persisted in her own education, re-enrolling in university in the midst of an already hectic life.
When I was in my 30s, I went back to university and I got a master's degree in education. So my 30s were very, very busy. I was having children. I had my two daughters. I was working and I was going to school.
As Connie's daughters grew up and moved out of the house, she started to re-examine her situation, and after 27 years of marriage, Connie divorced.
It wasn't as difficult as you might think because, like a lot of people who've been in a long marriage, you hang in there for as long as you possibly can, especially when there's kids and property and all of those things that keep you together. So by the time I had left, it had been over for quite a long time.
In her newfound singledom, Connie started to explore new relationships and even dabbled in online dating. In her 60s, Connie says being older gives her the wisdom and experience to know what she wants in a relationship, much more so than when she was younger.
Well, I can only speak for myself, but I find that I'm a lot pickier than I was when I was young, interestingly enough, because I know now more about who I am, and I'm more who I am now at my age than I was when I was younger, because, you know, if we're really doing the work of becoming who we're meant to be, we go on growing, you know, throughout our life, and so then we have more of a sense of who we are and the kind of person that we want to be with when we're older than when we're younger.
One critical aspect Connie started to look at in a potential partner was health.
It's something that you have to think about. Whether you really want to be with someone who has multiple health challenges, you have to really be very committed to someone, to be starting a relationship with someone who has a lot of health issues. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's something that you would think about. Those issues of health don't come up when you're in your 20s so much, or your 30s, or even your 40s.
As Connie began to navigate the dating world again, she also found herself with an abundance of free time for the first time in years.
When I was younger, I was very busy, like many people, raising kids, working, and going to school, in my case. And there wasn't much time to pursue my own interests apart from those activities. Now I find I have a lot of time, a lot more time, and I can follow my interests.
I believe that we're on the brink of a whole new way of thinking about our relationship with other species.
And wow, does she ever follow her interests? Recently, Connie, who is fascinated by interspecies communication, gathered a variety of experts, including dolphin, horse, and canine specialists, for a public panel discussion about this cutting-edge topic.
And they all said that they had learned how to communicate better with people as a result of learning how to communicate with animals.
Additionally, after not having been to church regularly since she was a child, Connie found herself re-exploring her spirituality.
When you're younger, the task is to, develop your ego, become successful in your careers, all of those things, find out who you are, have lots of experiences. When you're older, I think the task is more to become more interior, and that seems to be what a lot of people are feeling a pull to at this stage in life.
As Connie continues to pursue her curiosity and deepen her spiritual life, she feels capable of going through her next big life transition.
I think one of the transitions that I might be making a little bit later than some people is making the transition from being a mother of an adult child is quite a journey, but changing the way that you relate to your child when they're an adult is not easy when you've spent, you know, many years relating to your child as a child. But for me, I've had to really work at it, and I've had to really be very conscious of it, because it's just very easy to fall into old patterns of relating to your children that may not be helpful to them or to you. This kind of gets back to communicating with animals. It's about approaching other beings, whether they're other animals or your own children, with more of a sense of curiosity and an openness to what it is that they are saying that they need from you, instead of imposing your own ideas of what they need.
Although Connie has had a few relationships since her divorce, she feels at peace with where she is and is in no rush to remarry. Whatever happens, it's got to be right.
It doesn't really matter whether you're a man or a woman. It doesn't really matter whether you're young or older or gay or straight. It's hard to find somebody that you can connect with on multiple levels.
North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life.